Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me. Of course, it's me. Well, why do I say that? Sometimes I wonder about myself. First of all, you guys and girls can hear me okay, right? Because I hate this thing and I'm about to throw it out the freaking window. I hope you guys and girls are hearing me talk here. Anyway, guys and girls, so thanks. Thanks, Lava. Post market wrap up Monday, December 9th, 2024. A few things I want to talk about here, but I don't think people are grasping what's happening here and why they need to run, not walk, run from the US dollar. Now, before we get there, I want to just cover the markets here real quick. So, a down day today. Consider the fact that we just had Friday new records, S&P and Nasdaq, of course. Market doesn't pull back. It just is an incredible phenomenon. We just don't see it anymore. We need a pullback in this market so bad I can taste it. I really can. Doesn't mean we're going to get it, people, but I'm telling you, nothing goes up in a straight line. But this thing is freaking relentless, and it might not pull back. I mean, we are going to see, trust me on this one, should make sense to you, an influx of foreign investment cash into the U.S. stock market like you have no idea. Again, the multiples that this market is going to start trading on is going to shock the freaking world here, absolutely. So just be ready for that. Anyway, so that's where we were today with the major stock market indexes. Crypto under pressure today, pretty much across the board. You know what I'm going to tell you? This is a massive buying opportunity, people. Don't try to pick tops and bottoms. It's a loser's game. I'm telling you now, just you know what I'm going to say. With regard to gold and silver here and crude oil commodities, people, look, man, what did I tell you this morning? We buy it all. We're buying it all across the board, period, the freaking end here. What we're really doing is converting dollars into other things. Now, let me show you something here. This is one article here. You might want to go look at this one. People talking about the dollar here. Maybe Morgan Stanley is saying, it's time to sell the dollar. Let's talk about this just real quick. There's a big deception going on here. When you hear about dollar strength, and I'm just going to tell you again, from the mainstream media, they're always 100% of the time talking about comparative strength or relative strength. Now, if you look at the poll that we have running here, they never, ever will talk about absolute strength. Absolute strength is purchasing power. You understand? Now, it seems like 21% of you are really living in another world here. There is no way on this earth, at least so far with this poll, there's no way on this earth or off this earth that any central bank issued note is going to be gaining absolute strength. Tyler, thank you. Look at that. I'm not surprised, Tyler, on that. Anyway, look, man. Central banks, as you all know, at least you should know, it seems like 21% of you don't, are in a race to the bottom. They're killing the purchasing power of their currencies. This is no secret. This is why the world is where it is today. But for the United States, this takes on a whole new meaning as of late. Let's talk about what we know. The United States, see, all the rich people know this. The serfs down below, the people that they think we are, well, you know what? We're not that stupid. The United States is being converted, transitioned into a new system. Again, the Bitcoin president, the crypto president, the crypto capital of the world. This is not an accident why we're seeing this, why Trump was selected. You all know this, Jeffrey. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You see what I'm talking about here? So look, nobody knows until everybody knows. And the people of the world, the general population here in the United States, first of all, you do understand the world has been turning their back on the dollar for quite a long time. Nations are trading in their own currency. They're sidestepping the US dollar. The BRICS nations are moving forward with their plan to create a new payment system. Again, despite the Trump's negotiation tactic, he negotiates by threats, and they're laughing at him. Of course, I would laugh at anyone who's trying to threaten me, and I'm sure you would too. They don't work. It's not a negotiation tactic. What this is a show. Trump is trying to tell people to stay in the dollar. Meanwhile, he's converting or working with the Federal Reserve to convert the United States into a cashless system. We're being bridged into the new world order system. The BRICS are standing in the way here, and I think that's going to cause big problems moving forward with regard to human life and suffering and pain. The Federal Reserve is not going to give up their stranglehold on having the reserve currency, even if it's a digital dollar or some kind of a token, which everything. People, look, man, you really don't know. Some of you honestly really seem kind of detached from reality. I do read through the comments. Everything is going to be tokenized. And I'm not just talking about a mode of transaction. This new world order system is going to reduce every single thing into a tradable asset. Everything is going to become a derivative. A derivative is something that derives value from something else. Christopher, thank you. You want to go to college? I'm looking at this. Christopher saying, should go to college and study economics. They're not going to teach you the stuff I'm here telling you right now. You can study economics, but you have no idea, people, all of you out here, how many people write to me. Say, I have a degree in business, I have a degree in finance, I have a degree in economics. And they say, I never heard any of this stuff. It's this is the stuff you learn from being in the trenches and looking at things from a different perspective, thinking outside of the box. Like in medicine, when you're in medicine, they teach you a very cookie cutter kind of like the diet, just for example, the one they've been pushing on us that's making us all die since forever. Since they told people that they need a low fat diet, people have ballooned in size here. You understand? Our bodies are fat burning machines. You're not allowed to know that. They pump you full of sugar, so you get diabetes and its related disease processes, so they can keep shoving pills down your throat. But the fact of the matter is, just like medicine, the economics curriculum is total garbage. And most of the financial curriculum is garbage too. You understand? It's really the truth. Anyway, going back to what we were talking about here, there is no way anywhere on the planet Earth or off the planet Earth that central banks are going to stop what they're doing. They're on a mission to destroy the purchasing power of their currencies here. The United States dollar is being shunned by the world, and no one wants our products either. I hope you got to see the article, Executive Global Magazine. I did send it all. They did a nice feature on yours truly over here, and they asked me some very, very good questions, which I answered. So go check your inbox, or if you subscribe to my newsletter, there's a link to that article, and I think you guys and girls are going to like it. Anyway, look, so it's no secret here. You have to understand, we the people are going to be left holding the bag, as we always are, unless we stay ahead of the curve. And that's what I'm all about, is staying ahead of the curve here. Trump's little game that he's playing with the BRICS nations, in other words, stay in the dollar, or I'm going to hit you with tariffs of 100%. He's trying to show the world, first of all, if you support the dollar, obviously you support the Federal Reserve. Trump is working extremely closely with the Federal Reserve right now to bring about the new system, the cashless system. We're being bridged into the new system, the crypto president here. You understand where we're going? And much, much lower rates. Again, Trump was selected for these reasons here. There was no election. You had no say-so. Not one of your votes counted, in case you think it did. Okay. The system here, nothing is left to chance at all. If there were a chance of an election, it wouldn't matter. It's a show that they have to put on for the people. And the people here are being led to the slaughter, and now leading themselves to the slaughter, but they're not being told the truth. But just think about what I'm saying here. If we know for a fact, because of the illustrious Trump has said, and he told you before he was selected, they have to tell you what they're going to do before it happens. It's their playbook. It's their book, not the book we follow. They follow a different book here. Okay. Their book rules say they have to tell you first. See what kind of pushback. If they don't get pushback, they take that as consent for the people. So most of you here I know you don't want the system, but you probably have consented to it because you're not pushing back. Me, at least I'm trying to raise awareness, and I hope that's what you're doing too. So if we're being made the crypto capital of the world, does it make sense to you that you should be dumping these dollars and getting rid of them? Let me tell you something that maybe you don't know. Let's say, for example, you walk into a billionaire. You just happen to just bump into each other on the street, and you guys hit it off, whoever it might be, guy or girl, whatever it might be. Do you realize that when you a billionaire, a multi-billionaire, they don't have rooms full of $100 bills sitting around. In fact, they probably have very little cash sitting around. Most of their cash is in assets. It's not in the dollar, or it's in, let's say, a company by owning stocks that are paying a dividend. They're not in the dollar. They may be in liquid assets, things they can convert and then move cash around, but they don't have rooms full of cash. I mean, I think it's pretty much something that people don't understand. They think that if you're a millionaire, multimillionaire, billionaire, you got rooms full of $100 bills. No, you don't. Absolutely don't. They're in assets. They own things. I've told you this a million times. They own assets, not dollars. Dollars are being destroyed. Euros are being destroyed. Every single central bank issued note is being destroyed. Well, I'm telling you guys and girls, it should be obvious to you. If we're being made the crypto capital of the world, do you see why dollars are going to become less relevant? Can you read between the lines here? When a politician tells you something like that, my nose is itchy. What does that mean? Am I getting into a fight? It means something, right? When a politician tells you what they're going to do, again, no president has the ability to do this. They have to work with the central bank. As another example of that, when you heard during the campaign, I promise you lower rates. That's playing on what Trump believed was your ignorance. You're not stupid. No president has that ability. A president cannot lower rates. They have no printing press. They can't devalue the currency. They can't buy the debt. But when a politician tells you that, they think you're dumb. It should insult you when you hear something like that out of the mouth of a politician. But it probably doesn't, unfortunately. Again, there's no accountability anymore. And because there's no accountability anymore, we lose unless, of course, you take action. So understanding, again, that we are being made the crypto capital of the world, not the constitutional money capital of the world, not the dollar capital of the world. Does that, like, maybe a bell just went off in your head? Say, you know what? Hold on a minute. Greg's got a point here. We're being made the crypto capital of the world. Why do I want to be holding dollars? Why would any nation around the world want to hold dollars? Why would anyone want to hold a dollar or a euro or anything else, but more specifically the dollar? Because the United States is leading the way into the new world order tokenized system. That's what's happening here. Everything else you heard, 99% of this stuff you heard during the campaign, was just to play on your emotions, okay? That's all it was, to keep you off balance, not really understanding, because you didn't vote for this. Not a single, you heard about it during the campaign, but you weren't really counting on it, because I got bombarded with, Greg, you don't know what you're talking about. You see, this is just talk. Trump is not really going to do this. Trump's getting rid of the Fed. You can't make this stuff up, man. It's too funny. Anyway, guys and girls, look, man. So what I'm here to tell you today, Legacy Tuesday, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, no, they're not going to ban crypto. Cryptocurrencies, they got nowhere to go. I'm telling you guys and girls, I've been telling you this for years, man. Stop with the delusion that Bitcoin's going to zero or cryptocurrencies are going away. We're being made the crypto capital of the world. What other proof do you need that we're being bridged into the new system that you knew was coming and you voted for it willingly, didn't you? Look, man, this couldn't be stopped, no matter who was selected as to be the thing creature behind the Resolute desk. But what is being put together here is a clan of individuals who are going to vault this stock market to heights you cannot believe. Again, enriching the 1% and 2%ers like you can't. And they're going to take all those dollars that they're making here in the U.S. markets and convert that into something else. They're not going to stay in these lovely dollars. You understand? They're not going to do it. That's not what the rich do. You may think that's what they do, but they're very relatively cash poor. They don't hold a lot of cash. It's in assets. Does this make sense to you? I hope it does. Even central banks right now, again, please do your own research on this stuff. The number one buyer of gold on the planet is central banks. Now, let me ask you, being that we know that for a fact, Dr. Rizwan, thank you. Great thoughts on the words level the playing field being is it's a joke, man. There's no level playing field anywhere here. This is another thing. Again, people were being made afraid of this. We're going to level the playing field. We're going to put tariffs on people. The word tariffs are paid by the importers and the exporters, and then they're passed on to you. But again, people were made afraid of it. This is a problem. I'm going to fix it, and tariffs are going to work. People, we heard the same thing last time. There's no way that a single one of you is that stupid that you're going to buy the same thing again. Last time tariffs were going to pay down the trade deficit. The trade deficit ballooned. Last time tariffs were going to pay off the debt in 2 years. The debt went up nearly $9 trillion. There's no way a single person here is so dumbed down that they could possibly believe it's going to be different this time. Again, what Trump did and his clan, take the same playbook because it worked last time. Didn't work out too good for you. It's not going to work good either here. It's going to work out really well for the 1% and 2%ers. People, you'll get currency devaluation is a lock, especially here in the United States. And you haven't seen anything yet with regard to the bills that are starting to chase the same amount of. You have to understand, when currency is created out of nothing, you all know this here, okay? And it buys a lot of illusion. Again, rah. Look at that stock market. The stock market is only going higher on the promise that there's going to be more easy money pumped into it. And because speculators realize that we now have the most stock market friendly thing sitting behind the wheels of this that we've ever had. So the market's counting on what I'm telling you. Multiples expansion, a stock market that is going to, the gap between the stock market and the economy is going to get greater faster because the mechanism here of artificially suppressed rates and currency devaluation, this is an economic freaking wrecking ball. Are we on the same page? I hope we are. Meanwhile, it will vault cash up to the 1% and 2%ers. Who owns most of the stock market? 93% of the U.S. stock market is owned by the 1% and 2%ers. That with the 7%, it's owned by you guys in your 401k plans. Come on, man. Are you guys finally waking up or are you still asleep? Looks like 20% of you guys and girls are still asleep with this poll here. I'm stunned. 20% of you think the dollar's getting stronger on an absolute strength basis? You're drunk, high, or delusional, man. I mean, you're being told we're going to be the crypto capital of the world. You're being told we're going to get lower rates, which means currency devaluation, losses of purchasing power, higher inflation, and you still think that the dollar's going to get stronger? An absolute. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at you, but you're a little disconnected, man. A little bit disconnected from reality. Thanks for making me laugh here. But at least 76% of you realize what's going on here. It's a disaster. This is a wrecking ball. It's a bomb. Not just it's a wrecking ball packed with TNT that's being thrust right at the economy of the United States and the rest of the world. This is not going to stop. The world economy is going to contract. People are going to continue to borrow beyond their eyeballs. More slaves to the system, dependency on the system, as you and I have been speaking about since time and freaking memorial here. Let me tell you something, maybe another way. Are you ready? Okay. If we're being made the crypto capital of the world, what you should be reading is the dollar is becoming obsolete. So get out of it. You can't be in the dollar. Again, I'm telling you. Me, I have very few dollars laying around. All my dollars are working. They're in assets. They're in things. You understand? I think you guys and girls get it here, man. It's too funny. Anyway, beards are gross. Well, I appreciate your opinion. Doesn't faze me. I happen to like it. And anyway, I know there are some of you that don't think beards are gross, but thank you for sharing your very intellectual thoughts with us. We can share everything here. We are a big family here. Guys and girls, now before we get out of here, again, look up these articles and you'll see them for yourself why we're hearing about this. And I want you to understand when you go out every day, and I've said this before, but I want you to think about it a little deeper. When you set your alarm clock every day and you get up and you go to your job, what are you actually doing? You're working for the privilege to borrow those dollars into existence. You don't own those dollars, okay? But you can convert those dollars that you owe back to the issuing central bank plus cash they create out of nothing. You can convert those dollars into gold, into silver, into platinum and palladium and commodities across the board, crude oil. You can buy cryptocurrencies with it, which you own. You own them. Okay, there's no central bank that issues them. You can buy collectible things, musical instruments, classic cars. You can buy. I think you should be long the stock market. You know my positions. I tell you every freaking day what they are. I want that cash flow. I want those dividends, man. I want exposure to the long end of the stock market. Jonathan knows what I'm talking about. It. Junk silver, great place to be. I don't consider any silver junk, but I know what you're talking about here. That's what you got to do, man. It's too easy. When they make things, those that actually run the system, and there are those that take orders from, those that, and you know what I'm talking about here. Presidents, they don't run a damn thing. All right. They get their orders, obviously. They're told what to say. Why do you think Trump made it 180 here on cryptocurrencies, on Bitcoin? He hated it. Now he's the biggest guy in the world. He's going to make us the crypto capital of the world. You think that just happened by accident too, because he had an epiphany? There's no way. Anyway, guys and girls, you get the gist of this video here. You can't stay in the dollar. You can't stay in the euro, but the dollar more especially because we are leading the way into the new world order system, the tokenized system. Do yourselves a favor if you haven't heard this before. We're getting a lot of new people thanks to you. In the description of this video is a link to my newsletter. It's 100% free. Go to my newsletter and there's a little search thing. Search tokenized system. I've sent this out to you multiple times. You'll understand where we're going, how everything is going to be reduced into a token, a tradable asset, or even everything about you is going to become tradable. Your history, where you go, where you're potentially going to go, what you potentially might buy, everything is going to be reduced to this in the new world order system. But the bridge must be built. Banks must be deregulated. Crypto must be deregulated. Donald Trump's sons were speaking about this just today. Look it up for yourself. I don't have the article here. Merging these two things. This is an unholy alliance here. But again, unholy or not, we got to weaponize the people. Look, man, I keep getting called out by people, and it's pretty stupid. I know, and you know, how we could turn the tables on the system. For every weapon or every strategy, there is a counter strategy. Their strategy is to wipe us out. If we have the ability to turn that around and use their own system against them, do you think this guy's not going to do that? Because that's all I've been doing for freaking years. And that's what you're doing too. We're given let me tell you something, all right? What we have, you and I, is the opportunity of a freaking lifetime. You understand what I'm talking about? Get out of the dollar. Put that cash to work in real things, in assets here. We're hedged across the board. We're buying the market. Again, I'm going to tell you again, JEPI, I already have that position built. Will I add to it? Maybe, but not until I finish JEPQ. Those are the ticker symbols, all right? I'm buying. I've been buying these for a long time. You all know that. Get those every month. You get a nice fat dividend payment, and you can use those for whatever you want. All right, even to pay your rent or whatever it might be. I don't know, man. But again, you got to take those dollars and use them for something else. And an understanding that the dollar is being obsolete. Trump told you straight out, we're being made the crypto capital of the world. Okay, we're not adding dollars to the strategic reserves. We're adding cryptocurrencies to the strategic reserves. And not adding gold either, because that would get in the way of the Federal Reserve. Nothing is going to stand in the way of the Federal Reserve. Again, the bridge system is the Fed's system. You understand? It's the Fed's system. It's not our system. It's their system. And they're not going to give it up. And this is going to cause a confrontation, maybe a lot more war, pain, suffering, and death with regard to the BRICS. The BRICS want nothing to do with this. All right. They want their own thing. They don't want the dollar. Even with Trump's threat, they're laughing. They're laughing at it. You don't negotiate by threatening. Okay. When you threat, it shows you how weak you are. It's too funny. There'd be no reason to threat if you're in a position of power. Does that make sense to you? Or you still don't get it? It's negotiation 101, man. Look it up for yourself. Read a book or two. All right. Guys and girls, I think we're kind of at the end here. But before we do that, is there anything you guys, and I'm just looking at my mess here, you guys and girls want to talk about before we get out of here? Alchemist, I'm glad you're on the same page, bro, because we got this. We're not going to lose. There's no way we're going to lose. We're too awake. We understand the dynamics in play. Let me tell you something. If you're one of my crew, if you're one of my lions here, and you all are, you're the elite, man. You're able to think outside the box. Again, I've been telling you guys for how many years? Nothing is what it appears to be. When you hear something out of anybody's mouth, even mine, do your own research about it. Think deeply about it. Tap into your God-given gift of intellect. When you heard we were being made the crypto capital of the world, did that hit you the wrong way or the right way? Me as a crypto holder, I knew it was going to make me a lot richer. Okay, that's what I did know, but I don't like it because I knew it was a bridge into the system, the new system, which is all about control. This whole thing is about control. The more control they can extort out of us, I use that word on purpose, okay? Extortion. They're extorting control out of us. And the more people submit to it by not holding anyone accountable, you understand? You're in a state of submission. The only person you should be submitting to is the Almighty. Are we on the same page here? You're not submitting to any human being, no matter what great, big, lofty position they may hold or where they may be sitting and what desk they might be sitting behind. Okay, they're worthless, all of them, and they're all on the wrong side of this. Okay, but you and I were taking advantage of it. We know where they all are. They're not. They don't use the book we use. Think you know what I'm talking about? Let them do what they got to do because good is way more powerful than evil. And we're on the side of good. We actually are on the side of angels. They want you to believe that they're on the side of angels. Again, no talk about the Federal Reserve during the debate. Not a question about monetary policy. Why? Ask yourself that question. Maybe you'll come up with the right answer. Guys and girls, anything specifically you want to talk about before we get out of here? Bitcoin is to pay off the debt. I know you're kidding me, man. Are you kidding me, man? It's totally not true. Again, that's another thing, like all these funny things that were getting floated out during the last Trump is bankrupting the Fed, Greg. You don't understand why he's ballooning the debt. He's bankrupting the Fed. No. I tried to tell these people during the last thing, the more debt a central bank can issue or is called on to issue, the exponentially stronger they become. It's their only product. Imagine if your only product was XYZ, and all of a sudden you can use that product for whatever you want and create as much as you want and buy whatever you want with it. You'd be getting stronger, wouldn't you? Yeah, of course you would. It's a joke. Any kind of talk like that, you have to understand. I know it's not true, what you were just saying. But just realize you're dealing with people of an infantile mentality. You understand? There are those, and it's the vast majority. Right, Jonathan? Thank you. Exactly. Becoming self-sufficient. And also, again, we got to rely on each other, man. This is a family that we've built here. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. There are some people that, again, they've been put in their box and they're done. They're content to be there. We leave them there, okay? That's where they're going to stay because you can't change it. You and me, we're expanding our mind. We're understanding what's happening. It's too easy. I've been telling you guys and girls for a very long time how easy it is. And do you realize how we've nailed this to the wall? Nailed it. I mean, it's just an incredible thing. I don't think anybody comes close to you and I with how we've called this situation here. Exactly. But again, man, it doesn't mean we're any smarter than anybody. We're just more aware. What have I been telling you? Raise your awareness. Raise your awareness. Use your God-given intellect. Believe me, things you're going to see things and hear things that smell things, taste things way before they even happen. It's too simple. Most people are trained psychologically to live in the now, only in the moment. Don't think about the past and don't even think about the future at all. But that's not how we work here. You understand? You can tap into, I could go off on this stuff, man. You could tap into energy, if you want to call it that way, which will allow you to see things a lot more clearly. And some people are a little more adept at that than others, but it's not a hard thing to do. Understand that most of the population has been dumbed down for a reason, because if they think, if they use their God-given intellect, they would see things way, way down the road and understand what's going on, but that's not the way it is. And the dependency on the system is becoming overwhelming. And we're going to see much more of that moving forward, people. Again, people are being forced to participate in their system. This system is being taken apart piece by piece. I've been telling you that. We're being bridged into the new system. We all know that. Do you realize just having that a little bit of knowledge, because people can't read between the lines. When Trump said again, we're going to be the crypto capital of the world, we're going to be adding crypto to our strategic reserves. I mean, he's telling you the dollar is becoming obsolete. Get out of the dollar. Read between the lines. When you hear something like that, what's really being said to you? That's how they work. They speak in code. And the ones that understand the code are the ones that are going to win, while everybody else is getting destroyed. Does that make sound about right to you? Anyway, guys and girls, I think we're kind of on the same page here. And I don't know what else to say here. They just bought XRP. Good for you, man. Good for you. I think XRP is the place to be. I've been telling people XRP is the place to be for a very, very long time. You have no idea how many people, Greg, how much do you like XRP on a scale of 1 to 10? I kept saying 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. How many? I don't know how many people like, and a lot of people ask me questions that I answer here on this blog. And I don't, when I get an email about it, I don't even answer it because I can't. There's no way I can keep up with that stuff. So I try to cover it all here. You understand? Anyway, you guys and girls, anything specifically what you guys want to talk about before I get out of here? Are we kind of done? I think we're kind of done, right? We're kind of there, all right? So you understand, look, what are you going to come away with this from this video? Well, you already know. Take those central bank issued notes, wherever they may be, but especially the dollar, all right? Get out of it. Keep what you need. This is what I've been telling you for the longest time. People, I'm going to tell you something else. With regard to the banks, get your cash out of these things. Put these things into a credit union. They're a lot better off. They don't have, they're not completely safe. Okay. There's risk everywhere, but there's a lot more risk in commercial banks. Again, with derivatives exposure, investment banks, again, they can go into your account and confiscate everything. You know that, right? We're going to see this moving forward, especially as, again, this is not going to be a smooth transition. I'm telling you right now, people don't want it. People are being told what's happening, but when the transition comes, they're not going to be ready for it because they never are. They're not being directly told what's happening, that we're being converted into the new system. We're being bridged into a new system here, that we're going to get lower rates here, the promises of lower rates and currency devaluation. Wait till you see where inflation is going to go. Inflation is a loss of purchasing power. That's all it is. You're not told that either. No one can tell you that. But that's exactly, it's not that things are becoming more expensive. It's that the dollar is losing its, we're going to see this to a much greater degree moving forward, especially as the world turns its back more so on the dollar. You understand? As all these dollars that are not needed, that have been created, and the Fed's doing it right now. Central banks around the world, the ECB and the Fed leading the way. These bills are going to come home to roost, and you're going to pay the price for it. But then as it gets so bad, again, I don't know what they're going to utilize to flip the switch, what event they're going to do or throw upon us, but be ready for anything. And they're going to tell you, as they always do, it's for your own good. Just like Elon Musk just said. And look this up for yourself, those of you that think he walks on water. It was just the upside down cross on his chest. That was just the costume, right? Okay. Anyway, he told you. Believe what he's telling you, because they have to tell you. Those people have to tell you the truth before it happens. He's told you straight out. You're going to suffer. But he said it's for your own good. You don't believe me. Those of you, again, that think Musk walks on water, okay, look it up. Did Elon Musk say that we're going to suffer and then it's going to be for our own good? Look it up, because I'm telling you, it's their playbook. They have to tell you first, and then it happens. So don't be surprised when it does. Sound about right to you? All right, guys and girls, we're out of here. Love you from the heart with all I got. I really hope you got something out of this video. Please get it out there. Please share this stuff. Let people hear. I don't know where you're going to get this kind of information from. I really don't. I don't follow anybody else. I do my own thing. and all of you. And believe me, I learn a lot from you guys and girls. Believe me, I do. I read through the comments. And some of these, you guys and girls are astonishingly smart. I have to tell you that. I mean, just, and I hate it when you guys and girls are mean to each other. Let's not do that. All right. This is a family. This is a worldwide family we've created. Everyone here gets it. So this is an opportunity to connect with people all over the world. Do you realize that? Some of these people that are here right now are not just in whatever used to be the United States, not the United States anymore. It's this corporate state controlled by the government, and the government is the Federal Reserve. Um, anyway, but you guys and girls, what an opportunity you have here to interact with like-minded people on other, other nations, continents. It's an incredible thing. It's a great opportunity, really is. And I'm so proud of the thing that we have built together. It's unbelievable. Guys and girls, thank you. Again, thank you for being here. Please comment. Again, these help the algorithms. Those thumbs up also very positive. They help the algorithms. It allows our thing to grow. And I'm telling you, if we could touch one person a day, just one, we've made a positive difference in the world, man. And that's all I really want to do. It's all I want. Anyway, that's it, guys and girls. I'll see you in the morning, okay? So what am I going to tell you? Until we meet again, please, people, until I see you in the morning, take care of yourselves, but just as importantly, take care of each other as well, all right? And that's it. I'll see you.